Rick are they're just too good. And they've been playing together for about 15 years easily. Even when Brett was up in Pennsylvania, they still played a lot together.
So you may notice as the tournament progresses that everybody is racking the balls in the same pattern for the on-the-hill tournaments. Everybody has a set pattern that they have to rack the balls in to avoid arguments of pattern racking. If everybody is playing the same pattern, then it is fair for everybody. I'm waiting for Brett to move because I don't actually remember what the pattern is.
I know it's 1, 7, 8, 4, 9, 5.
No, I think it would be 3, 9, 4, and then 5, 6 in the back. If that's
Okay. Yes, you're right. 3, 9, 4.
Yep.
2 in the back. Yeah, 7, 8's up top. I was right about that part.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So
I remembered the 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8 were paired. I just didn't remember which order the pairs were put in.
I just went to sleep 4 hours ago, so my brain's going to be a little groggy at the start.
Oh, it's a good thing you didn't have to play right away then. Give you a chance to wake up.
I don't want a chance to wake up. I think I play better tired. At least I think I do.
Yeah, Brett breaks dry. I don't generally get a chance to say that very often.
No. The break is one of the strong... I mean, he's an extremely strong player anyway, but the break is a very strong part of his game. All right, so Rick goes ahead and trying to take advantage of that. Doesn't exactly get the draw on it that we would expect. All these players will get a little bit sharper as this tournament goes on. I mean, it's 11 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. A lot of pool players aren't even up at this time of day during the week. So.
Great shot by Brett. Bumps the 3 ball down towards the corner to leave Rick a good shot. Probably just a stop shot, I would think, to maybe draw back a little bit. I don't think I'd risk doing too much with this.
He looks like he's going to spin it forward 2 rails.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Must not have been as straight as I thought it was.
Well, I like punching that ball just a little bit with the straight right and coming straight up the table because of the angle. He did have a little bit of an angle going into the rail. And while these are both really good players, their style of play and their pattern play is completely different from each other. But if either one of them gets in a tough spot, they both have the firepower to make pretty much any shot on the table.
Yep.
Or if they don't like it, they both can play really lock-up safes. What is the rule about talking? Are you allowed 1 timeout, or is just...
They're allowed 1 timeout per rack, but they can briefly talk between every shot. It's like 5-10 seconds. Just
okay.
Leave me for the side, leave me for the corner, that kind of thing. But if they want to have a real discussion, then they have to take their 1 timeout.
He hit that pretty sporty.
He did.
Now, do you kill this or just come around 2 rails for it, or 3 rails if you can't hit soft? No, 3 rails apparently.
Yeah. I was going to say I'd come around 2 rails, but Brett chooses to go 3 around the 7 ball.
Yeah, just because I don't really... touch is not what I'm known for.
Yeah.
I
run into the 7 ball if I try and come around it like that, so.
Alright, so barring a very unforeseen event. It's going to be Brett and Rick up 1-0, and it will be Justin and
Just
Shaun's break.
break. Hey, hi, Tim. Dylan Spore's dad has joined us and commented in the chats. Yes, I have not seen any link to the brackets. I will post one in the chat as soon as I see one.
I actually got some good practice in with Dylan yesterday. Him and Dwayne played Joe Wright and myself 3 sets, race to 5 9-ball, just doubles just to get ready because Rick wasn't here. And as soon as Rick here, Joe dumped me and went with the partner he's actually using today.
And just as I say, I haven't seen the link to the brackets. I see the link to the brackets, so it's now in the comments.
I'm going to turn that off. All right, so team. It's a good song.
Okay, sorry, I got distracted a little bit. I was checking out the brackets to see who.
We actually have a pretty easy draw to the final. I'm feeling more and more confident about this. Oh, that's awesome. We actually have a chance. We would have a chance to play them to get to the Final Four of the winter side. Yes, we're in the first round, and I'm already talking about the Final Four. All right. I'm not looking ahead
As I
at
said,
all.
don't look ahead too much.
No. And I love commentating on doubles. I love playing doubles. I don't care if it's a Maryland State tournament like this or when I used to play in the handicap tournaments and would have a 2 or 3 as my partner. I have fun in doubles. And Bobby said, we're going to have fun today. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
I'm starting to like doubles. For the longest time, I never really cared to play it. I just had trouble getting in stroke, only shooting every other shot. But I've been playing more doubles tournaments recently, and I'm starting to enjoy it. Elected not to play in this one, but
I wasn't going to play, and then Bobby said, hey, we're going to play in the doubles. So,
yeah.
I didn't really even have a chance to say okay. It was just, what day is it? I had to make sure I didn't have softball. Luckily, full-time softball doesn't start until Monday, which means I will not be available for the next On the Hill April 10th and 11th.
Okay. Well, hopefully somebody else will jump in and do some commentary, because I will be playing in that tournament. So we'll certainly need someone.
I mean, if a monsoon happens, I can be here on the 10th and a little bit of the 11th. But the 11th is also my birthday. So if anybody wants to, send gifts to Brews for my birthday, I'm fine with that. I don't think it's cheesy at all. So we have a little bit of a safety battle going to start this second rack. He's going to try and put it right behind the 9. And he did what he wanted. The 6-9 didn't go anywhere, and there was no easy way to get into it. He was just trying to move the 9 a little bit, so now if anybody does get a shot on the 6, they would be able to play the 6-9. It's not easy, but at least now it can go. They're just going to keep punting this one ball. Putting this one, not punting.
bunting or putting. Either one works, but
not punting, because that would be, hopefully if you're a good punter, it'd be going pretty far. But yeah, they're just bunting.
I think it would also hurt to punt a pool ball, but
It matters your shoes. I'm pretty sure Johnny Bloom could punt it with his 1 foot and not feel a damn thing. I love you, Johnny. And this is not speaking anything ill of Justin, but of the 4 people in this group, I mean, Justin is the 4th man on the totem pole. This is not, I mean, if Shaun could have had it his way, he would not have Justin be shooting this shot. It's tough.
yes, very.
Because you can't spin into it because there's nothing to hold it and you have to worry about hitting a rail. Now, is he really trying to have him to go 3 rails? I like
it, actually.
I like going 1 rail. Oh, yeah. And just trying to clip it and just send the 1 ball up and just do it real soft. He's going 3 rails.
Oh, he needed to hit that without any English. He put some running English on it, which lengthened it out considerably.
Rick was just looking to see if what angle they would need to actually make that 6-9 go. And the 6-9 being a little bit off angle. Let's see, Rick would shoot the 1, Brett the 2, Rick the 4, Brett the 5, Rick the... So it would be his shot for the 6-9. It'd be a lot easier to say that because that's the 5th ball or the odd ball. But yeah.
I'm not personally a fan of this angle coming across to get on the 2. I would probably be shooting from down here, not that close to the 1 and playing a safety, but I just would be worried about doing that or coming up and bumping the 2 ball.
They must feel really confident about that 6-9.
Yes, definitely. That was the other reason that I probably would have played safe there, because I'm not as confident about that 6-9.
There is enough room there to throw that 6.
No, I know it can be made. I think I would have...
yeah. To shoot that shot, I want to be down here.
No, I agree.
It looks like...
I think I want to be a little closer to it than that, but...
True. This angle makes it look like there's a lot more room.
Yeah, you're right, it does.
It's still not an easy shot. And he hits it good. All right, so it's going to be 2-0. It will be Brett to break.
Wow,
Payouts are TBD, which reminds me of your old nickname.
While we are waiting for Brett to rack, I'd like to thank one of our sponsors. Be more detailing. We come to you with waterless shine.
All right, Brett to break. Hopefully, will not be breaking dry again. I mean, that's not something he's used to.
And he
And yeah,
Yep.
That's more like
gets
it.
the wing ball in. Almost made the 9 ball, but that would not have counted.
No. Just would have spotted up and created just a little bit more traffic to get around later with the 5.
Yes. Not
Now he looks like he's trying to come to the middle of the table near the 3 to shoot the 2.
Yeah, I like this. If you trying to come down and get in the window between the 5 and the 6 is just, to me, too small of a window.
I do agree.
That
No.
shot, if he had overrun it, he could still see the 2, play a safety.
Yeah.
This Brett will probably be coming 2 rails out. Oh no, he's going to come out. I thought he would
He's
play
gonna
to leave
come.
for the 3-8 combo, but he plays to come up above the 3.
He's like, if you're gonna play a combo, make sure it's a winning combo. 3-9. I do expect Rick to play the combo. Is this called shot?
No.
Okay.
No,
So
nothing,
you don't
nothing needs to be called, not
Okay.
even the 9.
I didn't think so, but that went
he
right
did
by.
play that. Oh. He elected to try and make the 3 by the 9 and caught a small piece of the 9.
Shaun just punches it up.
A good chance for Shaun and Justin to get on the board here. This is
Yeah.
fairly straightforward run out.
Just draw it back on the other side of it. He's still gonna be fine. He left Shaun angle, even though he's close to the rail. He can dig into it if he wants. A lot of people like to spin this ball. The angle you have, you don't have to spin. You can just hit this ball center ball, and that's the angle you'll end up getting on.
Yes.
If you end up spinning that ball, one, you can go way too far, and if you hit the head rail first, you could end up spinning 2 rails
back out to the middle of the table
and having no shot on the 7. Yeah. It took me a long time to realize that.
Okay, Shaun makes the 9.
And it will be Justin's break.
Yes, Justin breaking. Shaun and Justin are on the board now, 2-1.
And they are finally updating the score.
I hadn't even noticed that.
Yeah. It had been 0-0, and Shaun went to go mark it. He's like, y'all have 2, right? At first he asked, y'all have 1? 2? All right.
Who's the young kid playing on table 8? Do you know?
No. This team Cole.
Okay.
But I cannot say I do not know them.
Okay. All right.
got good. He has good form on his break. I'll give him that. That's the only thing I've seen so far. Right. Justin controls the cue ball, but doesn't make anything.
And leaves a bit of a mess by the side pocket.
Yeah. And unfortunately, he's a really easy save for Brett.
Yes.
Shaun might not like what he. Oh.
Oh.
He hit it just a little too thick.
Oh. And Shaun elects to bank the 1 ball, 3 rails, play safe. Given how tied up the 5, 6, and 7 are, that's probably a smart move.
Yes. Now Rick does.
Creates a 1-9 combo if Rick were to miss this, but I do not expect Rick to miss this ball.
No, never. Whichever way he wants to go, he can either go short rail or long rail to kick it, and he kicks really, really well. Actually, there's not a lot of things in the pool world he doesn't do well. I don't know if that. No. He kicked that ball really well. Now, does it leave Justin in a little bit of a predicament? All he really has to do is roll the 1 ball up and try and freeze it to the 2. Or
he
you
plays
just
the carom
or play
instead.
the carom.
It's a good shot. Controlled the speed well, so Shaun has a nice shot on the 1 ball.
It's kind of odd for me to not think offensive there.
Yes, very.
Well, I don't. I really hate the 5-7, so I'm trying to get ball in hand somewhere to break that out.
No, I agree that those balls are.
Yeah, I don't expect either one of these teams to be able to 3-foul the other one. So any type of ball in hand is going to be for run out purposes. Well, he tried.
Yeah.
Shaun's like, here, let me show you how it's done.
I don't know. This is a lot of angle to try and come back into those balls from.
I'm just playing safe here, yeah.
I think he left Brett a piece of the 4.
Brett can definitely see the 4, but
I don't know what he can do with it, but.
This is where my super aggressiveness sometimes pays off.
And more often costs you the wreck.
Yes. But if you want, you can play the 4-9 combo cut. Or
I don't think that's a bad. I don't even think that's terribly aggressive, given how tied up the 5 and the 7 and 6 are.
But what I would have liked to have done, I don't really know what that was. I mean, it was a safe. It was a containing safe, but
I think he thought he was going to get that ball behind the 5-6. But
true. I like playing that to where you actually play the bent combo to combo the 9 in the top left corner, because how you're hitting it, the 4 is going to end up going 3 rails back down there. Also, the 9, if you don't make it, which odds are you won't, will come back down here, and your cue ball stays down here. So
yeah, if you hit the 9 a little too thin, though, then the 4 ball can go 2 rails and break up the 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, then don't do that.
Yeah.
It's real simple. Oh, it's the Maryland State 9-ball bar box too. I just realized that's what the 10th and 11th were.
Oh, yes.
I didn't even look at what the event was because I knew I wasn't going to be able to make it.
Yeah,
All right.
the
That's not.
nine ball bar box is generally prior to the Scotch doubles being added to the schedule. The 9-ball bar box is generally the first Maryland state of the year.
Now Rick's going to go ahead and play safe, and he's going to try and leave the cue ball pretty much here. Thin off. He's going to put a little English in that ball. Thin off here, and then he's going to try and put the cue ball right there. If he doesn't get it right there, the 5 ball, because of how it is at the angle on the 7, should end up just probably sitting about right there.
I don't know. I expect the 5-ball to go further than that if you're going to make the cue ball travel that far.
Because you're just throwing it with the right. All right, I'm going to clear all of that so that if I'm wrong, you can't see. I don't. He keeps looking across the face of it.
Cannot carom that 7-ball in. He's going to. Oh, no rail. I don't like that shot at all.
No. Now, if he gets to a rail, okay, because he is safe. But
Yeah, I mean, it's safe, but he would have been able to see a piece of the 5-ball and been able to clip it and keep the 5 behind the 7, and possibly get the cue ball down behind the 9. So so Shaun and Justin have a good chance to knot this match up at 2.
oh, Shaun.
I think he got away with it, but
Yeah. Justin should and will most of the time make this ball.
yeah.
But I don't care if you're the better partner or the not, if you don't have to make your partner work at all, you have a much better chance for success today.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
there's a couple teams that are very loaded on one side of their team, and they just keep leaning on that person. Sooner or later, you can only take so much,
Yes.
and you will break. And even small stuff like that, like if Shaun's playing there, he's not getting on the rail. Yes, Justin could probably shoot that ball 100 times and make it 99, but you get that off the rail and he's not missing it at all.
Right.
It's going to be this very small factors of those that is going to determine who wins this tournament. Well, I should say who finishes second. Me and Bobby are winning it. So.
Okay, so once again, it will be Brett to break. They've strategically planned their shots so that Rick never breaks in this match. No, just kidding.
I mean, well, and I have to say this because Rick gets on me every single time we stream about him. I call him old. It's just better not to have the old guy break. I mean, you want him to save his energy for everything else.
Okay, so Brett made a couple balls on the break. Do not believe Rick has a shot at this one.
No, but he has 2 very easy safes he could play. He's just going to roll the 1 in between the 8 and the 2. Or he could... All right, there you go.
Yep.
And then just freeze it. Well, he wanted to keep the 1 ball behind the 2. But he also wanted to...
Yeah, to take away the 1 rail kick.
Yeah, but he also wanted to freeze it to the 8 to take away the top rail kick.
Yeah.
So...
8 or the 2 would have worked for that.
Yeah. Now, he still hit it pretty... He hit it very well. That 2 doesn't go by.
Does it? No, you're right. It does not.
It's, I mean, Brett's just going to make the 1 and spin into it. Just straight left. If you run into the 8 or the 2, you're fine. There you go.
Knocks the 8 out of the way.
And
Leave Rick.
considering how I looked at it, the 5 doesn't go by.
Comes up nicely for the 6 ball.
And you're just going to spin this out with a little bit of right. Give himself a good angle. Rick's just, he likes to float this ball with just left and bounce off the rail a little bit. I'm not really a floater. I usually lose control of the cue ball and the object ball when I try and float.
Okay.
But he's a 100-ball runner in straight pool, so if it's going to be about just pocketing the ball, I'm going to trust him.
Okay, 3-2 Brett. There's Shaun Rex. I'd like to thank another one of our sponsors. GMR Construction. We cover all your masonry needs. TAP Chesapeake Bay region. World domination, one player at a time.
Shaun to break. I love Shaun's game, but one thing you're not going to get with him is a controlled break.
No.
He hits these balls. He does control it to a point, but I don't know if like someone threw a 1 ball at him in his past and he just takes it out every single time. But he hit these balls as hard as he can.
Yes. It actually looks like he took a little bit off of that one.
Yeah.
And worked out well for them.
Between him and Brett, I'm really happy we have the arena light here because both of them have hit one of the diamond lights that we've had above the tables. So now it's just a big opening.
Brett also managed to hit the arena light during one of the tournaments last year.
Yeah, when we had it on table 8.
Yeah, and it was the 9-foot arena light, so it was even further outside of the bounds of the table too.
Yeah, I thought that went straight up through it and then came back down. I didn't think it hit it.
That's what the commentators said. They also said that it left a hole in the ceiling. The cue ball is not going to leave a perfectly circular hole in the ceiling that was cut by a saw. No, that ball hit the light.
Ah, okay.
The hole in the ceiling that the commentators thought was left by the cue ball was actually the hole that was cut for the chain for the old diamond lights that were on the table.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I do not believe I was here for that. For when it happened. I think I was here for that tournament. Not playing in. Oh, Justin.
Ooh. That's going to leave a mark.
And right there, that's just him trying to do too much. If he's playing singles by himself, he's going to hit that ball completely different. He's going to hit that ball probably with just a little bit of center ball, maybe even follow, and not try and bring the 5 back up 2 rails. He's just going to go past the 9, shoot the 5 in the same pocket he shot the 3 in.
I agree, but I don't completely get why players, and again, no offense to Justin, but I don't get why players try and do too much when their partner is the stronger player of the team. I mean, I'm not saying you should just not try at all and leave him whatever, thinking, oh, he's really good, he can do it. But I don't get why you would try and do more than you would do if you were the one shooting the next shot.
I guess it's a little different for me because being left-handed, I always have to think.
That's different.
Yeah. But like with me and Joe Wright playing yesterday against Dylan and Dwayne, I mean that's a tough match. Right?
Yes.
When we started out, I took a couple racks to warm up, and Joe, you could tell, was feeling it a little bit and trying a little bit harder. And then later on in the other 2 sets, I guess he finally got into his head that, hey, all right, he relaxed over those first couple racks and we can play. We lost the first set and won the next 2. And he's like, stop trying to hold stuff. That's not how you play. Don't change how you play. And from there, yeah, I don't really understand why people change how they play or what they want to do because of who they're with. I was doing it just because I don't like it if someone's leaning on me or counting on me for something and I let them down.
Okay, so it's 4-2 Brett.
And
Rick with a good break.
Finally gets to break.
Yes, first 7th rack, first break for Rick. Not as bad as me, the Scotch doubles tournament I played in last Saturday. I did not break until our 4th match.
Hey, as long as I keep winning, I don't care who breaks. Why? That's a little bit of a lie. I play pool to break. I love breaking. Which it really kills me when I have to give up the breaks.
That's because you play too good. If you weren't so good, you wouldn't have to give up weight.
No, I'd let Tony talk me into games. You're going to give him all the breaks. He only wants the first 2. Give him all of them. What? You're the best and worst stake horse there is.
Well, he does it for himself, too.
Yeah, I know.
I'll give you all the breaks. Let's alternate the breaks.
Oh, fun times. All right, so Brett and Rick making very quick work of this. Not really much to say. Everything was straightforward. And Rick's going to go ahead and knock this down, make it 5-2. And it will be Shaun to break for Team Wilkie. They did make that Team Wilkie, right? Yeah.
Yes.
See, most of these I can understand. Like, they made it the better players' team. Actually, I don't know. Team Ford, Mark, Tom. That's a toss-up. But Team...
There, they did not. But,
well, true. Yeah. But Team Ambrose, I mean, look, I understand. No, he's a sponsor of the tournament. He's in a way my own personal sponsor to a point. And but I mean, put the better player's name first. Or maybe they did. Today's gonna be a fun day. I win, lose, whatever. I love doubles. If I was smart, I would have gone to Costco and bought a bunch of Advil and Tylenol because there's gonna be a lot of headaches for a lot of players today.
Okay, I know you play.
I'm not
sometimes insanely aggressive. Are you going to combo bank this 9-ball?
No, I'm not, because it goes too wide. But never mind. It looked like there must have been more room between them than I thought.
I agree with you. I did not think it would go.
I thought it went too wide.
Excellent shot by Justin. Let's take another look at it. And he made the 2.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think there was more space between those balls than it looked.
Yeah. On the table next to the feature table, you have one of my favorite young players. I'm not going to call him a kid ever again. But you have Thomas Haas.
Steph and Tina, you're up on table 9. Stephanie and Tina, table 9.
Yeah, it looks like Thomas and his partner have just won that match.
That was quick. Altonelli.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good win.
Yeah, Brett makes a ball on the break here, but Rick does not look like he can see the 1. Or, yeah, no, he cannot see the 1.
Yeah.
would try to kick 2 rails in behind the 1.
He's going to push.
And he's going to push. That's actually probably the better option. For some reason, I was completely forgetting about the fact that that was off the break and that he could push. Yes.
So we had 36 teams in this event. Who do you like?
I don't know. There's a lot of great teams, but I think I'm going to go with our defending champions, Nathan Childress and Shane Wolford.
Not a bad pick. It's hard to bet against them because they did win it last time. I think it stays in Maryland this time, or at least a little closer to home. Honestly, Brett and Rick.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely not a bad pick either.
As much as I would love it for me and Bobby, I mean, if we're being completely serious right now, I mean, Tony, if Tony stays in his head, Tony and Brandon went pretty far last time.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, and as long as Tony controls that Irish temper of his, and I don't even know if he's Irish, I think that they can do really well. Steve
Fleming and Scott Haas.
Scott Haas,
Yeah,
that's a
very
strong team.
strong team.
Rick and Joe. I mean, there are just so many strong teams.
Dylan Spohr, Dwayne Laub.
I was trying to figure out who the team was that's on 10.
I can't see that far.
That's not important anymore.
So I think that's Josh Brothers.
That's not Brothers.
Not the one shooting, the one against the wall.
Oh, yes. And this is where the headache part.
Team Sport, table 2.
Yeah.
Fossil, Team Sport, table 2.
Oh, sorry, just table announcements. Wasn't sure if you guys could hear that, so I didn't want to try and speak over them. This is where the headache part comes in. You can see him already shaking his head, and it's just the angle. The angle is very awkward.
Yes.
Now, me personally, I cut this ball in and spin it with right, so that when I run into the 7, I create a little distance.
I agree. Yep, bump the 7.
Yep. Oh, left him a bank.
Yeah,
No, Justin banks very well. I shoot this ball. He's shooting with just straight high left. I like a little low left and spin up. And if you hit it with low left, you get to
You two-rail it.
Junior, team ball, table 7. Team Carlotta Junior, team ball, table 7.
And Jack in the comments says pick is Mark Ford and Tom Zippler. That is another very strong team.
Yeah, while I would like to pick them, I just can't root for Tom. That's a joke. I really like Tom, and he knows that. I forgot all about their team.
Okay, Justin and Shaun get another rack.
I mean, they're only number 2 on our list right here.
Get to within 5-4. And it'll be Shaun to break. With an opportunity to even the match up at 5.
I would like a team like Clinton Mike Soleil. I would like a team that no one's really talking about. To just Cohen and Chris Jenkins.
You and Bobby.
No, everybody's talking about us. It's fine. We're on the down low, but everybody knows about us, so it's like a horrible down low. All right. Shaun to break. See if he'll take this off, take a little bit off his break this time and only hit it at 40 miles an hour. Hit that ball good. No shot on the one. All right, so you guys in the chat, who's your favorite team, and then who do you guys actually expect to win? Because a lot of times those are going to be two different things. Let me know. Just looking down this list, it's a tough little list.
Yeah,
Some of these people I don't know who they are, though.
No, I agree. There's some I'm not familiar with, but there's quite a few teams that have a chance to win this.
Yeah.
Team Roth, Team Ambrose, table 5. Team Roth,
Okay.
Team Ambrose,
Okay,
I'm
Josh
outta
has
here.
just been called to his match.
I'll be back in like 15 minutes.
So if you happen to run into anybody that might like to do some commentating, send them this way.
Mel. The junior champion. Actually, no. He doesn't like talking. We tried to get Thomas in here a couple times, and
Yeah.
great kid. He just doesn't like to talk. All right, I'm out.
All right, good luck, Josh.
Thank you. And just in time, Brian has finished my tip and hands it to me just when my match is ready to start. Talk about service with a smile. What'd you put on this? The G2? Yeah.
Brett plays a good save. Looks like Shaun is looking at kicking 2 rails at this ball. Come off the left rail, off the top rail, and then into the 1.
Aren't you playing him? Yeah, I think you are.
It's a really tough ball to hit. I cannot tell if the... I don't believe that ball's frozen, but it's pretty close. So he's now looking at a 1 rail kick into it. Very good hit by Shaun. Left Rick a little bit of the 1 to hit, but he does not have a clean shot. Oh, Rick very nicely plays it 1 rail to cut the ball into the corner. He's brought a good shot at the 2 here. If that 5 ball goes behind the 9, I would expect Brett to just come across for the 3. If it doesn't, he might try and bump him to break it up, and I guess it did not go. He's left Rick a little tricky here. I would not be surprised to see Rick play a safe. Come off the bottom side of the 3 and bring the cue ball back behind the 5. May have hit it a little hard. I think he's got him hooked, but Justin jumps pretty well. He might elect to. Yep, looks like he's going for his jump cue. Gonna try and pocket the 3-ball in the side. Okay. Oh. A little amped up there, jumped way too far. Cleared both balls. Those of you out there watching, if you are enjoying what you see, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the stream. There's links in the ticker if you or information in the ticker if you would like to donate to help keep the stream free. As well, the dates for the future On the Hill Maryland State Championships are also in the ticker. We run
Team Clayton, Team Fleming, table 10. Team Clayton, Team Fleming, table 10.
Run 4 Maryland State tournaments a year here at Brews and Q's, the Scotch doubles, then 8, 9, and 10 ball, as well as 3 tournaments a year at Champion Billiards in Frederick, the 9-foot table versions of 8, 9, and 10 ball. Okay, Brett has pocketed the 9. Gives Rick and Brett a 6-4 lead. They're on the hill. Hey, Rick breaks dry and has left Shaun an open shot at the 1. Don't really see a whole lot of trouble in this rack. Good chance it'll be a short rack with a 5-9 combo coming. Getting from the 2 to the 3 and then back down to the 4 will be the tricky portions of this rack, I think. Justin played that very well. I think he's left Shaun an angle that he can, maybe didn't leave Shaun as much angle as I thought he did. No, yeah, that is kind of close to straight. Thought he had stayed underneath the 3-ball where Shaun would have an angle to just roll down on the 4. Not sure what Brett was trying to do there. From Shaun's reaction, though, I think he may have gotten away with it.
Team Steinbach. Team Beagle, table 3. Team Steinbach. Team Beagle, table 3.
It does not look like you can play the 4-9 combo here, but the 4 also does not pass by the 9 ball. A very tricky shot that Brett has left for Shaun here. Justin's coming in to look, see if he can see anything. I just wonder if you can't get the 4 ball to send it back here behind the 9. I don't know.
Team Jones Jr., Team Allen, table 1. Team Jones Jr., Team Allen, table 1.
Yeah, it looks like Justin's now. They're now looking at possibly what I had said, getting the 4 ball in behind the 9. Not certainly not saying it's the right shot. That's just the first thing I see here. Actually, it looks like he might be trying to clip the 4 ball. Oh, no, kicking into it. Very well played shot. Yeah. Looks like Rick is lining up to kick 1 rail down the table. Gonna catch a piece of the 4. The question is, what's he gonna leave? Yeah. Not bad. The 4 ball does not go by the 7, and the combo is not playable. Okay. Justin's going to try and thin the 4 and roll up by the 7. Missed the 4. It didn't really open the 4-ball up much other than the possible 3-ball combo that Brett's looking at here. I think he's going to either... I don't think I'd play the Caramir. I think I would play a safe and try and pull back behind the 5. Although he's not looking like he's playing the Caramir. Hey, Rick pockets the ball. Leaves Brett a good shot at the 5-9 combo here. This combo will win the match for Brett and Rick. Combo goes. Brett and Rick take the match over Justin and Shaun 7-4.